And here we go. So, all planning's happened in the book. There's my Freebird jig. Would not do without that now for assembling things. Here's the middle divider. So we're going to have a wardrobe here with a middle divider. The middle divider sits onto it so that you have there the top going into it. Try to take them as high as I can to the ceiling. The wardrobes down here, that's where the plinths are been marked out and pre-drilled through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble onto the middle panel the divider, and then I'm going to stand that up on the plinth and fix it on either side. What we have then is a 9mm backing onto it to give some stability to the unit. The hardest thing is going to be trying to build that in one space, because what I've got is just the space to work with, place to put my camera, somewhere to put the tools. It's very tight up here on the landing, so it has to be built in the wardrobe there. And as you can see where the panel stands there, trying to get maximum height out of this one. So I'll try and set the camera probably up around this height here or something like that, and just film from there a little bit. Try and see what that's like with the camera. It's really difficult to get your phone up as a camera. So what I'm going to do is add some glue to the joints. So one bead of glue onto there. Get my panel. Line one panel to the other. Keeping it at the top here first, flush, which it is. I look central down my line. Tap over a little bit. But I'll start at the top here because I'm in line, and then I'll work my way down. Fortunately, the Freebird jig doesn't work on this section. It only works on corners. Just give a lot of minutes to put it together now. Oh, actually, it will work. What am I saying? Might as well get a line. Because the Freebird jig takes out, as you'll see in a second, all the holding. They literally apply 2 clamps. You wouldn't have seen that on the camera now. That's just pulled around square so I can bring this one over a touch to my line. Make sure it's down. So as long as you are touching on this plane, it pulls itself in really square. So what I'll do is I'll get the first screw. Slap into there. Then what I'm going to do is down for my line. There's my line. Come back. Yeah, we're sitting on it now. And then what I can do is go from here, go on to my next one. That's going on either side as well. What I'll do is I'll just check with my square coming down the edge, which is perfect. And the second screw into it. And I'm going to put my bottom and fourth last screw into the panel. There we go. Because I've measured them all, I will know that they're square. I'm going to leave that on for now. Because the next thing I'm going to do is get my plinth on. So I print on my top panel and then I'm going to try and stand the whole thing up. So here we go. Middle panel is standing up. What I have to do is slide it back in place to get my two side panels on. Unfortunately, I can't do it with filming because I've got no way to put the camera. The only way I can put the camera is leaning up against the side, and it's not going to give the same thing effect. So I'll see if I can mount something up. As you can see there, so it stands up. Down there. These are going to be shelves. They're going to go on one side, and one side is going to be full hanging. So let's see what we can do with that. This is where the Freebird jig comes in great. Look at this. I applied glue to the panels and literally just stood it up. And it's in the right place. Flush on plane. Just need to get up there now, screw it in, because I pre-drill all my holes. So it does really work with that. So I'm so pleased. So, see, I can't get the camera sitting like this, but I'm going to try around with it, see what I can do. I'll have to do it like this, so you're going to see me in and out of the camera. That's the only way I can set it up. So, let's get through here. Let's get a couple of screws on the bottom here. Just checking that is flush. Looking through the gap. Yes, that seems. No, it doesn't seem flush. It's not flush on the back. Where is the sway? That's it. Lined up panels do not lie to each other. Come down here. Check through there, finger across here. That's right. The white apps came up on my phone. Let me watch. Through again. Building big wardrobes. That's why measuring is so good when you build something. Build with measurements. Building with measurement is like drawing by numbers. Painting by numbers. You can't go wrong. And being a dyslexic person like I am, I do wrong numbers. I could pull the jig off the bottom and clamp it on the top to get a square, and I think that's what I'll do. Take one off, take two off, that's perfect. Because this is like a third hand. So I'm going to clamp it onto the top first. You can even put it on this way, the clamp. Works both ways with the Freebird. Hold it flush at the top. Put it in the correct way on this one. I'm just wrapping it so it goes square. So my panel is flush over the top. So again, don't screw them off. My panel is flush over the top. First screw in there. With me. Come on to the back. Screw in. the excess glue off it. Add another screw up into there, so it's 4 screws top and bottom. So that's 1/2. What we do now is we then wiggle. Front edge is nice and flush. We'll come across here now. Set ourselves up on this one. Turn the camera shut. So level. The hand's standing on by itself. No, I didn't think it'd be standing level yet. Standing level this way, not the other way. So I get that when I move it back in. Line up onto the floor and everything like that. So I'm so happy we're getting to a point in this house where we are now clearing things. Rooms are getting empty because we're taking stuff out of it. I can really see this moving date coming closer and closer. The next big job is plastering again. Hallway. So let's move that to here so we can get my glue on first. By the way, my glue of choice, Titebond Premier 3, Premier 2. So this one is water resistant. I haven't got the fast setting one because fast setting stuff, you do have to work like the clappers. Glue just on a floor pill. Glue onto there. Gonna continue. Get glue onto here. And make sure that is what I'm truly holding. Oops. That like that. So we've got a good bond on there. Thing is, it's never going to move once it's sitting inside there. So the glue is running up the top. I'm going to get all that later on. That to there. And rebird jig in place. Get the front edge nicely lined up. You can feel it by pushing the back edge as well, so it should be in line. Let's start by getting 2 screws in the bottom, and I get the top lined up. Here we go. Screw into it. And here we go. I might as well go along. I've got 4. 4 screws into it. Lovely. Get it right down. This back panel is going to be fun. This is going to get screwed on completely. I thought I'd do my back panels like to be bulletproof. What I'm going to do is fix one shelf in as well. I want to have a solid shelf. What does it look like up there? So, it doesn't look right. No. Let's just hold it with that. Let's see if we get the back. Let's try to get it square. No, I thought we missed the hole. Unit. That's better. So we're just going to come along, do that, undo that, so it's pushing me well out. Yeah, the glue was on the back of this. And the glue in the unit. Let's see how I do that. I want that to come up and that to come down. This side. That's it. There we go. That's better. Waste not. Go and get it. Lucky enough, they don't fall everywhere. They fall where they're visible up. Because we're past the building stage of no floor bolts. We're on a home stretch. So, I guess I can get a cloth to wipe down. All these are going to get painted. That's always good. And they're good practice anyway. Wipe off your excess glue. what I'm going to do now is get the back panel around, get the back panel fixed in. What I'm going to do is fix at this height, one shelf in. Let's take a measurement. Probably going to give here like a 1 meter hanging space. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll mark 1 meter on this side. I'll mark 1 meter on that side. What we do is we start to have a shelf in there, and that shelf then gives a lovely support. Always good to keep that clean. Don't let glue set on there. So I'll clamp it on here. Slide it through. Fixed on like that, on the line. What we do on the other side is cut of MDF here. So I'm just going to sit on the opposite side on the line. That way, when I pick my shelf up, or my shelf, you get an idea there. I do have to hold it, and I can't let go of it because it will fall because it's not supported all the way to the back. What I can do is put that on there. And that holds that up. If I just bring this over for a second. There we go. Bring it over for a second. Helps if you record. So, there we go. I just take it off, spin the camera around. That's where the middle panel is going to sit into it. So just support it there like that. I'm going to take some measurements, make sure it's all the right heights and get it all fixed in. And then I will get the back panel onto it. Probably won't film putting the back panel on because you're not going to see me standing there behind it. So I'm going to pause there for a second. So, before I screw the back panel on, what I'm going to do is check corner to corner on this board, if that's corner to corner square, because currently that is corner to corner square sitting there, the whole unit. And that's what I'll do then is, so I'll check that because I've had everything pre-cut, because the good thing about getting things pre-cut is you're less to struggle around when you're on the job. Because I can tell you one thing, it is quite a struggle to try and build everything on the spot. I'm gonna have to move them again. So what I'm gonna do is gonna set myself up, measure corner to corner, and see what I've got for the side. From that corner to the bottom of the shelf there is 2540, and the same on that side. So that means they are square. So that way, square, and upright square. So using that jig, managed to build more drop-in space here. So gonna have to get that pushed back into space. Finish screwing the back panel on because I haven't screw down the middle. I've just tacked it on a couple of sides to hold it in place. You see here, come around. That's the tight space I've been working in. There's a couple tacked on there. It's like, there's one. There's one by the shelf. Go along, tack them in, cut out first socket at the back. Unfortunately, we made the socket square, so we might only end up with one. The large one, in case if we will put lights into it or something like that. They've got power for that, because I realised on ours we didn't do that. And that was a bit of a having to fish cables around, but we got it in the end. Okay, come back in a sec. Yeah, so you can see me there. I can walk slowly into the opening. Slowly into the opening. I think I'm going to be there. Measurement. Touching the wall. Tiny bit more. So, let's have a look. That side needs to go back a touch. I guess that's some measurements from somewhere. We're going to use probably the door frame. So if I measure across, oh yeah, I'll show you this. That works really good. So it's a laser pointer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the architrave. That's I'm going to pick myself a point up. I have to move the drill away. So I'm going to measure on the bottom here, that point of the architrave. Start. First measurement. That's 2 meters, 242. So what I'll do is I'll do my next one from here to the same point on the architrave. Measure. It's 8 mil difference. going up, but I have not checked forward on the cupboard yet, so I'll check that in a second. Click this one, so this will parallel now. So at the top there, that's a millimeter, from that door frame to here, that stands a millimeter out. That's okay, I can live with that 1 millimeter. Let's have a look with level. Here we go. Holding up against there, that unit wants to go back by quite a bit. I didn't know that. How we're standing that way, we're standing really good. That's level. If I bring it over this way, it doesn't touch. So all we need to do is go back on that plane, and then we can retake some measurements. Best way to do it. Well, yeah, packers. So we'll still need some packers. So, leveled up. Take the bar out. So sitting on packers there. The floor runs out on the house, so you can see that. But we're going to set the units in level. So if we go here, in the bubble, I've used a spacer up there to hold that for now. I'm going to pack it up properly. There's going to be an end panel sitting on there. I'm still in the minds of maybe putting shelves on the chimney breast. That's only if they want that. So for now, it's going to just be like an end panel onto there to take that. Because this gives you full hanging height in the wardrobes. So there gives an overall feature. Biggest possible. You couldn't have bought something like that. So we made something like that. It's going to have adjustable shelving sitting inside there. I'm going to cut out down there for the socket on the back. There'll be an infill panel going up there. 2 doors onto it. Wonderful. So not filmed because I've been using the nail gun. That's 4 drawers made. There's 1 more, and on the windowsill there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So in total, 9 drawers. That means there's going to be a couple in that unit there and that unit there. This is what the other unit looks like. It's working quite well. But I'm not going to work too much longer today because it's back to work tomorrow. And then back whenever I get a chance to. It's a bit of a shame why having a full-time job and doing DIY. But these are 2 side panels. So into 2 side panels, by the looks of that there, that'd be 3 drawers going into that one. So might just make that up to have something put together.